Welcome to a land of paradoxes, a place where ancient traditions meet modern resilience, where vast frozen tundras stretch beyond the horizon, and where life often feels like it exists on another planet. This is Russia, and today we're uncovering 15 unbelievable facts about the world's largest country, facts that continue to shock and fascinate foreigners. Let's begin our journey through mystery, magnitude, and marvel. The country that never ends. Russia is so massive, it spans 11 time zones and covers 17 million square kilometers. That means when people in Moscow start their morning coffee, others in Vladivostok are already preparing for bed. Over 70% of the nation lies in Asia, while the rest belongs to Europe, creating a cultural blend found nowhere else. Crossing the country by train can take over 6 days non-stop. For travelers, it's not just a distance, it's an odyssey across climates, languages, and time itself. It's hard for foreigners even to imagine living in a place where sunrise and sunset happen hours apart, within the same nation. The coldest inhabited place on Earth. Welcome to Oymyakon, a small Siberian settlement where winters reach temperatures of 67 degrees Celsius. It's officially the coldest inhabited place on the planet. Here you can toss boiling water into the air and it will freeze before hitting the ground. Cars run day and night to prevent engines from freezing. Children only skip school below 50 degrees Celsius, and yet life goes on. People joke, shop, and share tea like anywhere else. In this frozen silence, time seems to stand still, reminding the world that human endurance knows no limits. Ice bathing traditions. Once a year, in January, countless Russians take part in Epiphany bathing. They cut cross-shaped holes through thick ice, dip themselves in freezing rivers, then emerge smiling, steaming in the sub-zero air. To outsiders, it looks insane, but for believers, it's a sacred symbol of purification and courage. Some say the shock of cold relieves the soul. Others say it just proves the Russian spirit, unbreakable, fearless. It's one of those rare moments where faith and fortitude blend into something beautiful. The dacha culture outside crowded cities. You'll find millions of dachas, country houses built for weekends and summer escapes. During the Soviet era, families built these retreats to grow food and disconnect from the daily grind. Today, they're a national treasure, places of peace, gardening, and hospitality. Foreigners are astonished to see city dwellers who transform into farmers every summer, returning with baskets of cucumbers and homemade jam. To Russians, the dacha isn't luxury, it's therapy. Tea reigns, supreme. Forget vodka. Tea is the lifeblood of Russian hospitality. Families drink it several times a day, brewed in traditional samovars and served with sugar cubes, lemon, or jam. Tea is more than a drink. It's a ritual of connection, a slow, thoughtful conversation shared among friends after long days or cold winters. Foreigners who arrive expecting vodka shots are pleasantly disarmed by endless cups of tea and meaningful talk that lasts until midnight. A nation of many nations, Russia is home to over 190 ethnic groups and more than 100 languages. From the Muslim Tatars of Kazan to the Buddhist Buryats of Siberia, to the pagan Nenets of the Arctic, each with customs, dress, and traditions entirely their own. You can travel thousands of miles and still discover a new people within the same country. Few places on Earth hold such a deep mosaic of cultures under one flag. Yet that's what makes Russia truly the bridge between worlds. Palaces. Beneath the street, step into the Moscow metro, and you might mistake it for a royal palace. Built in the 1930s, many stations feature marble columns, chandeliers, stained glass, and intricate mosaics celebrating labor and revolution. It's said to be the most beautiful subway system in the world. Tourists explore these stations as museums, photographing glowing corridors filled with Soviet symbolism. Even underground, Russia finds grandeur. Strange superstitions that shape daily life. In Russia, superstition lingers in everyday life. Never whistle indoors. It's believed to bring bad luck or money loss. Before a trip, everyone must sit for 1 minute in silence to invite good fortune. And if you forget something at home, don't go back, unless you look at yourself in a mirror first. These traditions may sound odd to foreigners, but to Russians, they're ancient whispers of wisdom. Sometimes a little superstition makes life more interesting. A hospitality. Unlike any other in Russia, when you're invited into someone's home, be ready to eat. Tables overflow with borscht, pelmeni, salads, pickles, and endless toasts. Sending a guest home hungry is unthinkable. Foreigners who expect. Stern hosts are surprised to meet laughter, warmth, and generosity beyond measure. The rule is simple. If you're inside a Russian home, you're family, and you'll leave with a full stomach and probably a story to tell. The White Nights of St. Petersburg. Every summer, St. Petersburg experiences the White Nights when the sun barely sets, bathing the city in golden twilight. The phenomenon transforms the city into a dreamscape. Rivers shimmer, concerts fill the air, and no one seems to sleep. Even locals fall in love again during this time of light. Visitors often describe it as walking inside a poem where time pauses and night forgets to fall. The artistic soul of Russia art here is not a pastime, it's a way of life. From Tolstoy's novels to Tchaikovsky's ballets, from grand opera halls to street performances, creativity ran through centuries of hardship. Even small towns host theaters and orchestras. Foreigners marvel at how deeply art, poetry, and classical music are woven into daily life. In Russia, people don't just admire art, they live inside it. Roads made of ice in Siberia during winter, frozen rivers become highways known as zimniks. Huge trucks cross these temporary roads, carrying food and fuel to remote villages. Drivers must measure the ice carefully. One wrong turn, and the road literally breaks beneath them. It's dangerous, breathtaking, and completely normal in this part of the world. To foreigners, it seems madness. To locals, it's Tuesday fair. The mighty bear symbol. Though you won't find bears strolling through Moscow, they remain one of Russia's most enduring symbols. In folklore, the bear is fierce yet noble, clumsy, strong, and deeply emotional. It embodies the Russian spirit. Powerful, resilient, unpredictable. Foreigners may fear it. Russians simply respect it. Because to understand Russia, you must understand the bear. Strong enough to sleep through storms, gentle enough to dance. Nostalgia for the Soviet-era walk through Russian flea markets, and you'll find relics of the Soviet age, medals, toys, posters, and vinyl records. For some, these items recall childhood, family, or lost innocence rather than politics. Foreigners are fascinated by how the past is preserved, not through ideology but through affection. Its history kept alive not in museums, but in people's hearts. Cathedrals that touch the sky icons, domes, and gold, Russia's churches are breathtaking. The St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow looks straight out of a fairy tale, with swirling colors and impossible symmetry. In tiny villages, wooden churches from centuries ago still stand proud, glowing during sunrise in the winter mist. Inside, candles flicker and voices echo ancient chants. To step inside such a cathedral is not just to see architecture, it's to feel eternity. From its sprawling wilderness to its unbreakable traditions, Russia continues to surprise, challenge, and captivate all who visit. It's more than a place on a map. It's an experience that changes the way you see the world. Which of these 15 facts caught you most off guard? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more fascinating journeys around the planet. This is Russia. Vast, mysterious, eternal.